You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Lisa Raye Nicole Murphy is stirring the pot once again, and Lisa Raye McCoy is not holding back. The simmering tension between the two is now bubbling over, with Lisa spilling the tea on Nicole's repeated role in breaking up marriages. The gossip has been circulating for a while, but Lisa's latest interview has confirmed what many have suspected. Nicole is no stranger to the messy side of Hollywood relationships. Lisa recently sat down with Carlos King and opened up about her tumultuous marriage to Michael Misick, the former prime minister of Turks and Caicos. This isn't the first time she's talked about their troubled relationship, but this time she got real about his reckless behavior. Michael was caught cheating with multiple women, even bringing his side chicks into their home while Lisa was still there. And one of those women? None other than Nicole Murphy, Eddie Murphy's ex-wife and someone Lisa considered a friend. When Lisa found out, the betrayal was deep, and she didn't hold back in expressing how hurt she felt. But Nicole's track record of breaking up marriages doesn't stop with Lisa's ex. She's also been linked to Antoine Fuqua, the husband of actress Lela Rochon. The pattern of wrecking homes seems to follow Nicole wherever she goes, and Lisa discovered the depth of Nicole's involvement when she found her name on a flight manifest. As the owner of the plane, Lisa had access to the passenger list, and seeing Nicole's name raised a red flag. "I had checked the manifest of my plane," Lisa explained. "When you check that list, it shows all the people who've been on the plane. She wasn't riding with me, nor did she get an invitation from me." The realization stung. Phew. "Why would you accept an invitation from him when you don't even know him?" Lisa asked. It all clicked in that moment. It's not the first time Nicole's name has come up in Hollywood relationship drama. Her marriage to Eddie Murphy lasted 13 years and produced 5 children, but after a string of rumors, including Eddie's infamous 1997 encounter with a transgender woman in his car, the couple split in 2006. Then came the whispers of Nicole's brief fling with basketball legend Michael Jordan, adding to her reputation for loving. And if all that wasn't enough, Lisa had to deal with the awkwardness of Dwayne's presence in her home despite her repeated attempts to distance herself from him. "My butler would tell me Mr. Martin is here," Lisa recalled. "He would ask if Dwayne should stay in the big house or the guest house, and I'd be thinking, powerful men with deep pockets." Nicole's love life didn't slow down after her split from Eddie. She moved on to Michael Strahan, the former NFL star turned TV host, and got engaged in 2009. But after 5 years of engagement, the couple called it quits in 2014. Officially, it was due to their bi-coastal relationship, with Michael in New York and Nicole in LA. But rumors of cheating and even allegations of Michael putting tracking devices on Nicole's car painted a different picture. Not long after, Nicole was spotted with Nick Cannon, who had just separated from Mariah Carey. The two were seen together multiple times, even shopping for furniture, which fueled speculation that they were setting up house. Though both denied it, Nicole's history of denying rumors that later turned out to be true left people wondering. From Eddie to Michael Strahan to Nick Cannon, Nicole's name has been linked to some of Hollywood's biggest names. Her history has made her infamous in celebrity circles, and many wonder if she's just unlucky or if there's a pattern of her being caught up in these messy situations. Hollywood is rife with tales of relationships that go awry, especially when personal and professional boundaries get blurred, and Nicole seems to find herself at the heart of many of them. But Lisa's story gets even more complicated when it involves Dwayne Martin. Dwayne, a close friend and co-star of Lisa's on All of Us, turned out to be more of a snake than a friend. According to Lisa, Dwayne would show up at her home when her husband Michael wasn't around, and not only was he causing trouble, but he was actively trying to replace Lisa in Michael's life. The dynamic of Lisa and Michael's marriage wasn't just built on love, it was also about connection. As Prime Minister, Michael had access to power, but Lisa was the Hollywood plug, helping him build relationships in the U.S. In return, she enjoyed the perks of being First Lady. But Dwayne, seeing an opportunity, swooped in and tried to become Dwayne's marriage to Tisha Campbell was far from idyllic, and it eventually ended in a divorce after more than 20 years together. Their separation was finalized in 2018, but not without drama. Tisha filed for a restraining order in 2019, citing years of emotional, mental, and physical abuse. One particularly harrowing incident from 2016 involved Dwayne slamming Tisha against a wall by her neck. Michael's new connection, introducing him to people in the industry and even helping him cheat. To make things worse, Dwayne wasn't any better in his own marriage to Tisha Campbell. Known for his role as Will Smith's best friend and Tisha's husband, Dwayne was also caught cheating on her. Lisa hinted that she was aware of Dwayne's infidelities, but couldn't bring herself to be the one to tell Tisha. "It wasn't my place," Lisa said. "But I knew something wasn't right, and it all came crashing down when Dwayne kept showing up at my house, even after I told him not to." Despite Lisa asking him to stay away, Dwayne would still come over when Michael wasn't there. It was a betrayal that she could hardly wrap her mind around. Why is he even here? It was a reminder of just how tangled the relationships were between these Hollywood figures and the deep betrayals that occurred behind closed doors. Lisa Raye's revelations about Dwayne Martin and her marriage, along with the constant reappearance of Nicole Murphy in scandalous situations, show just how messy Hollywood can be when loyalty and friendships are put to the test. The connections between personal and professional lives blur, and in the end, the people closest to you can often be the ones to hurt you the most. Lisa Raye McCoy's recent interview gave fans a deeper look into her life, offering much more than the gossip surrounding Nicole Murphy and Dwayne Martin. As much as the drama with Nicole and Dwayne deserves attention, this conversation allowed Lisa to reveal who she truly is beyond the spotlight. At home, Lisa is a far cry from the glamorous diva the public is accustomed to seeing. She enjoys the simple pleasures of life, cooking, lounging, and watching movies on the couch. In fact, she describes herself as a pretty lady who values grace over trying to be overtly sexy, a perspective that redefines how we view her. For much of her early career, Hollywood tried to box her into the role of the beautiful eye candy or the sassy neighbor, which made it difficult for her to secure serious, substantial roles. It wasn't until about 6 years ago that she began landing parts that allowed her to showcase her acting depth. However, Lisa's beauty, which many see as a blessing, has often felt more like a double-edged sword. While it helped her stand out, it also limited her to roles that were shallow or overly focused on her appearance. Despite this, Lisa is adamant that kindness and how people treat one another matter more to her than how someone looks. It's a refreshing perspective in an industry that often prioritizes surface-level beauty over substance. What's also intriguing about Lisa Raye is that, unlike many actresses in Hollywood, she claims to have never encountered the notorious casting couch situation, where women are expected to trade favors for roles. This is especially striking when considering the industry's dark side, which has seen multiple women come forward with stories of sexual harassment. Lisa has managed to navigate Hollywood without compromising her integrity, a feat that many of her peers have struggled with. Her acting process, too, is fascinating. She likens it to her days as a model, where she had to quickly change her persona to fit different roles. This ability to adapt has proven vital in her career, allowing her to thrive in a notoriously tough industry. But she's not afraid to speak out about what's wrong with Hollywood today, particularly how artists are often thrust into fame without the proper media training. Lisa believes that new artists would benefit immensely from better guidance on how to handle their public image and personal fame with professionalism. Aside from her acting career, Lisa's humor shines through in the interview. She joked about how she could have turned her role as the Queen of Diamonds in the Players Club into a real-life business venture by opening actual Queen of Diamonds clubs. It's a playful thought, but it also highlights that Lisa doesn't take herself too seriously. Despite her tough exterior and glamorous image, she remains down to earth and aware of her own limitations. However, not everything about Lisa's life is lighthearted. She opened up about some of the more difficult aspects of her personal life. particularly her experiences with infidelity. This is clearly a theme that has haunted her, both in her own relationships and in what she has witnessed in the lives of those around her. The topic of betrayal continues to be one that weighs heavily on her heart. Now, shifting back to the drama surrounding Dwayne Martin, it's clear that Lisa Raye isn't the only one who felt betrayed by him. Dwayne's story is a mess of deceit and manipulation. Lisa Raye and Tisha Campbell, his ex-wife, both experienced firsthand just how sneaky and underhanded Dwayne could be. They eventually joined forces, bonding over the emotional damage Dwayne caused them both. He didn't just hurt his own marriage, but he also tried to undermine Lisa's, acting as if he were gunning for her spot in her own relationship. Campbell found themselves bonding over the emotional aftermath of how Dwayne Martin had disrupted their lives. Both women, burned by his deceit, shared a deeply emotional moment as they realized they had been manipulated by someone they had trusted. Dwayne's reputation took a major hit in the wake of these allegations, but what makes the situation even more complicated is how his actions seem to have a ripple effect, impacting the lives of those closest to him. It's a classic case in Hollywood, where the rich and powerful try to conceal their misdeeds while leveraging their connections to cover up the damage they've caused. For both Tisha and Lisa Raye, the pain didn't just stem from their failed marriages. It was the realization that someone they trusted, someone who was supposed to have their backs, turned out to be the one doing the most harm. From Lisa Raye's heartbreak to Tisha's ongoing struggles, it's clear that loyalty is not always a guarantee, even among those you consider close friends. And then there's Nicole Murphy, whose name often gets tied to these messy Hollywood situations. Whether or not she deserves the label of homewrecker is up for debate, but one thing is certain: her name consistently pops up when things go awry in relationships in the entertainment industry. What do you think? Does she deserve the title, or is it just a rest of this video for more?